Mr. NATO Secretary General, please, for the statement.
Dear Altanas and dear Ivan, I'm delighted to be here in Bulgaria and to meet with the troops serving as part of NATO's forward land forces here in Bulgaria. I think it's now being translated. Yes, please.
Скъпи Атанас, скъпи Иван, за мен е огромно удоволствие да съм тук в България днес и да мога да се срещна с военнослужащите, които служат в многонационалната група, бойна група на НАТО.
Your country plays a key role in our security in the Black Sea and beyond.
Вашата държава играе ключова роля в нашата сигурност, както в Черноморския регион, така и отвъд него.
This multinational battle group in Novo Selo is exercising the ability to scale up to brigade size.
Тази многонационална бойна група в Ново село работи в посока да се разрасне до размер на бригада, до състав на бригада.
Supporting NATO's security on the eastern flank.
И по този начин да може да оказва още по-голяма подкрепа на осигуряване сигурността на НАТО по източния фланг.
And sending a clear message that we are there to defend our nations together.
Както и да отправи ясното послание, че ние сме готови да защитаваме нашите държави заедно.
I'm happy to say that Bulgaria is at this moment spending at least 2% of GDP. It is even spending more than 2% of GDP as we agreed a couple of years ago.
Също така с задоволство ще отбележа, че България следва насоките в НАТО и заделя за бюджет за отбрана, които са за заделяне на поне 2% от БВП за отбрана, като България успява да задели дори повече от тези 2%.
All our nations are confronted with deficits in the national budget. It is crucial that we will make sure that we keep defense spending as high as possible. I would say it is good if it is even higher than 2%. We have to do more, but again, I'm so happy that Bulgaria is at 2%.
Отново искам да отбележа, че всички държави членки на НАТО се стремят да достигнат този праг от 2% и да го надминат. И това е наистина от изключителна важност. И пак искам да поздравя България за това, че прави все повече и заделя все повече за бюджет за отбрана.
I call on all allies to step up and to spend more and to make sure that we also produce more in terms of defense industrial production.
Отново искам да насърча и да помоля всички съюзници да продължат да отделят все повече за отбрана, да увеличават бюджетите за отбрана, но също така и да увеличат производството, отбранителното производство, да работят за по-голяма отбранителна индустрия, тъй като това допринася за нашата сигурност.
Bulgaria is also helping Ukraine to defend against the Russian aggression, and I want to thank you for your great contribution to help Ukraine to be able one day to start talks on a peace deal from a position of strength, and that is what we need to achieve.
България също така помага на Украйна да се защитава срещу руската агресия, за което искам да ви благодаря наистина от сърце и благодаря ви за този огромен принос, който давате на Украйна и за принос за това Украйна да стигне до момента, в който би могла да води преговори за мир от позицията на силата.
What Bulgaria is doing is making Bulgaria stronger, but it is also making the whole of the alliance stronger and safer.
Това прави не само България по-силна и по-сигурна, това допринася за силата и сигурността и на всички съюзници.
So thank you to Bulgaria for your enormous contribution to our shared security.
Затова още веднъж благодаря на България за огромния принос към нашата споделена обща сигурност.
Thank you.
Благодаря.
Mr. Minister of Foreign Affairs, please.
Уважаеми господин генерален секретар, скъпи Марк, уважаеми господин министър Запрянов, за нас е изключително удоволствие да посрещнем тази вечер, днес тук в Ново село, генералния секретар на НАТО, господин Марк Рюте. Трябва да призная, че самият аз също идвам тук за първи път и съм изключително впечатлен от това, което е построено тук със съвместни усилия. Изключително ми е приятно, че днес в края, преди коледните и новогодишните празници, генералният секретар на НАТО идва в тази многонационална бойна група, за да окаже тази чест.
And I'm really thankful to the Secretary General for this honor to Bulgaria. To come here and to thank our troops for ensuring the safety of Bulgaria and the allies. We are not only contributing to the security of our territory, but also to the whole alliance, because Bulgaria, and this is also, this multinational group is a sign of the fact that Bulgaria is a steadfast ally, credible ally of the alliance. This is also a sign that we continue with our efforts to make Bulgaria stronger, to make all allies stronger. We do hope that this battle group will scale up to a brigade and it will meet all the requirements. We've already reached the threshold of 2% of the GDP for defense. Thank you again, Secretary General, for being here today with us. Another Minister of Defense. Dear Mark, ladies and gentlemen, as Minister of Defense, I'm truly honored to have the Secretary General of NATO here in the eve of Christmas, of the New Year, here in Bulgaria. His visit is a sign of respect, above all, to the hard work and the contribution of all the troops here, serving within the NATO multinational battle group located here in Bulgaria. This gives a respect and admiration to their hard effort, hard work, and shows how much NATO appreciates what we're doing. Bulgarian defense. Bulgarian defense is small compared to others. We cannot defend our country solely by our own strength, which is why we rely heavily on NATO, and our position within NATO has to be strong enough, reliable, which means we have to have forces that are fully equipped, fully manned, so that they can be a reliable part of NATO forces. At our bilateral talks, I gave him an overview of most issues relating to the composition of our troops and how the training goes and how the acquisition processes go. The plans that we have, the Vilnius decisions are being implemented, the Washington decisions are being implemented. NATO is ready in the event of threat to deter and defend its territory. Thank you to the Secretary General. And I like to assure him that Bulgaria this year will spend more than 2% of its GDP. And like he underlined, and I fully agree with him, we really need to up our defense spending if we wish to have a fully manned, fully equipped army. Which means we need to recruit and retain the right number of personnel and for them to be fully equipped. So in the beginning of next year, we need to have a very clear call to the Bulgarian parliament to up the defense spending, especially with personnel costs. You see how difficult it is to man the forces, and that every military man or woman starts from zero, from scratch, and that there is huge investment in every service member. It is not only the undermanning that is our problem, which is a huge problem in itself. The Bulgarian parliament has approved our program with a time horizon up to 2032. But in order to achieve everything that we have put into this program, we need to up the budget. But it is not only budget to acquire, to purchase equipment. This equipment has to be worked properly, which means you have to have the proper training for your troops, for personnel. An example is the war in Ukraine. It is not too late. It becomes too late to start building your armed forces when you're under threat already. So if you want to be defended, to be secure, you have to be prepared in advance. Dear Secretary General, I would like to assure you that Bulgaria is a host nation. As a host nation, does its best to create the conditions, the favorable conditions for troops coming from other nations. We provide the host nation support. We will continue to do that. We owe respect to all our service members, but we also have to care for them if we want to be a strong force. Thank you.
Thank you. We have questions. Please.
Значи въпросът е към министъра и коментар от Okay, so the question to the Minister of Defense, plus if possible, comment from the Secretary General. We understand today that Bulgaria is not yet ready to sign a security cooperation document with Ukraine. What signal does it send? If the Minister of Defense can answer this, and if the Secretary General can comment. My comment. This security cooperation agreement is a political one. It is not a legally binding or mutually binding treaty. It does not need the ratification of the Parliament. The military portion of this agreement contains activities that are currently being implemented, so there is nothing new in this, which means that there will be further discussions in Parliament on this at a later stage. Me and Minister Kondov are ready to participate in the parliamentary discussion and to familiarize the Bulgarian public with the results of either action, signing or not signing. Still, this cooperation, signing or not signing this, will not in any way negate any aid that we are already providing, including restoration in Ukraine, reconstruction, or any other areas in which we help.
Let me only add that there is no obligation for NATO allies to have bilateral security agreements with Ukraine. And I know that there have been many who have these security agreements, others are still negotiating them, but the most important thing is to make sure that we get the military aid, so air defense system and other air defense systems and other military aid out to Ukraine. And here, Bulgaria is really doing a lot. And that is important. And going forward, these are the two priorities. Military aid plus training to make sure that Ukraine one day can start whatever talks they will then have on their initiative with the Russians to end all of this. But we have to get them in a position of strength. And this is exactly what Bulgaria is contributing and making sure that it can happen. So air defense systems, other military aid, training, that's what we have to focus on.
Нека все пак да коментирам и аз от своя страна. Няма задължение за никой от съюзниците в НАТО да подписва, да сключва двустранни споразумения в областта на сигурността с Украйна. Много от съюзниците са подписали такива. Други от тях все още договарят такива споразумения. Пак казвам, няма задължение да се подписват такива. Това, което е важно обаче, е да гарантираме, че продължаваме да предоставяме военна помощ и не само военна помощ, а и помощ като обучение, като съветничество. В тази област България наистина прави много. България наистина предоставя достатъчно военна помощ. Това е изключително важно. Военната помощ, обученията, така че за да може един ден Украйна да бъде достатъчно силна, да може да започне преговори за мир по своя инициатива и тези преговори да бъдат от позицията на силата.